As we age, we begin to notice many changes in our lives, some expected, others less so. One of those changes that quietly creeps in, almost unnoticed at first, is our relationship with food. Maybe you've found yourself skipping meals. Maybe the food just doesn't taste the same anymore. Or maybe you sit down at the table and the desire to eat simply isn't there. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone, and I want you to know it's not just in your head, and it's not something to ignore. Many people believe that losing your appetite is just a natural part of growing older. But the truth is, there's more to it than that. Appetite loss in seniors isn't just about food. It's about what's happening inside your body, your mind, and your spirit. You see, with age, our senses can change. The flavors that once brought joy might now seem dull or distant. Your taste buds may not work the way they used to. Medications, those pills we take every day to keep going, can come with side effects that make eating uncomfortable, even unpleasant. And sometimes it's deeper than that. Sometimes it's about how we feel when we're alone. The silence at the dinner table can be louder than we realize, because food isn't just nourishment. It's connection, it's memory, it's comfort. And when you're missing the people you used to share meals with, when your days feel quiet and long, your appetite can fade with your desire to engage at all. And then there's the emotional weight we often don't talk about. Depression, grief, loneliness. These feelings are real, and they can have a powerful impact on how we eat, how we sleep, and how we feel each day. But here's something important. None of this means you are weak. In fact, recognizing these changes is a sign of strength, and understanding them is the first step toward taking care of yourself, not just your body, but your soul. In this video, we're going to explore why this happens, not in a clinical way, but in a human way. We'll look at how taste changes, how medications interfere, and how emotional health plays a major role in your desire to eat. Because you deserve to enjoy food. You deserve to feel full, not just in your stomach, but in your life. This isn't just about living longer, it's about living well. Let's walk through this together. As we grow older, our bodies begin to change in ways that quietly affect how we feel, and one of those changes is our appetite. It's not just about eating less, it's about how our systems work differently with time. The digestive system, for example, starts to slow down. The muscles in our stomach and intestines may become less active, making digestion a slower, more tiring process. And when digestion slows down, the body sends fewer hunger signals, so you don't feel the need to eat like you once did. Our hormones also shift with age. Hormones like ghrelin, the one that tells us we're hungry, and leptin, the one that tells us we're full, can become unbalanced. That means your body might not be sending you the right messages anymore, leaving you confused about when or why you should eat. But that's not all. There's also a decrease in saliva production. You might notice your mouth feeling dry more often, or that certain foods are harder to chew and swallow. Saliva helps us break down food, and without enough of it, eating becomes less enjoyable and more effort than pleasure. And perhaps one of the biggest changes is in our senses. The sense of smell and taste, which are so closely linked, begin to fade over time. Foods that used to burst with flavor might now taste bland or unfamiliar. Sweet, salty, sour, even savory. They don't spark joy the way they used to. And when the pleasure of tasting disappears, so too can the desire to eat. But these changes don't mean you have to accept discomfort or disinterest in food. They mean it's time to understand your body in a new way, to listen, to adapt, and to care for yourself with deeper awareness. Your body is still speaking to you, it's just using a different language now, and together we'll learn how to hear it again. Sometimes, the very medications we rely on to stay healthy can quietly affect our appetite in ways we don't expect. If you're taking medication every day, whether it's for your heart, blood pressure, diabetes, or pain relief, you may have noticed a change in how you feel around meal times. Certain medications, especially those commonly prescribed to older adults, can reduce your desire to eat. Some drugs work by slowing down the body's systems, and in doing so, they can interfere with hunger signals. Others might change the way food tastes. You might suddenly find your favorite dishes tasting metallic, bitter, or just off. That's not your imagination. It's a real side effect, and it can steal the joy from eating. Some medications can also cause nausea, dry mouth, or upset stomachs, making meals feel like a chore instead of a comfort. This can lead to a cycle. You don't feel well, so you eat less, and when you eat less, you feel even weaker. But here's something important to remember. You are not meant to suffer in silence. If you suspect your medication is affecting your appetite, don't hesitate to speak with your doctor or pharmacist. There may be alternatives or simple adjustments that can bring relief. Your health team is there to support you, not just to treat illness, but to help you feel well in every part of your life. Never be afraid to ask questions. Your appetite is part of your quality of life, and that matters. There's something that isn't always visible, but it's deeply felt. It can creep in slowly, or arrive suddenly after a major life change, and that is the emotional toll of loneliness and depression. For many older adults, it's not the food itself that changes, it's the environment in which they eat. Think back to a time when meals were more than nutrition. They were moments shared, family dinners, holiday gatherings, Sunday lunches after church. Meals used to come with laughter, conversation, and love. But over time, that changes. Children grow up and move away. Friends pass on. A partner who once sat across the table every evening may no longer be there. And without even realizing it, mealtime becomes quiet. And sometimes, painfully so. Eating alone day after day can wear on the heart. The joy of preparing a meal disappears. The effort feels too great. And eventually the appetite begins to fade, not because of the body, but because of the soul. And then there's depression, a word many of us hesitate to say out loud, especially in older generations. But depression doesn't just mean feeling sad. It can look like fatigue. It can look like withdrawing from loved ones. And yes, it can look like a plate of untouched food. Research shows that nearly 1 in 4 seniors experience symptoms of depression. And yet, many never speak up. They may think, "I'm just tired," or "it's part of getting old." But that's not true. Depression is not a natural part of aging. It's a real condition that deserves real care. It affects brain chemistry, disrupts the hormones that control hunger, and clouds the senses. The food may be on the plate, but the desire to eat is nowhere to be found. Social isolation can worsen it. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors who feel isolated are 45% more likely to experience appetite loss, and those who eat alone are significantly more likely to suffer from malnutrition, even if food is available. But here's what we want every elder to know. You are not alone. What you're feeling is not weakness. It's human. It's understandable. And it's something that can be helped. Talking to someone, a friend, A family member, a counselor, or your doctor can be the first step in healing. Sometimes, just sharing what you're going through can begin to bring back a sense of connection. And connection is what restores appetite, not just for food, but for life. So don't stay silent. Reach out, because your voice still matters. Your heart still matters. And you deserve not just to survive, but to thrive. Sometimes, it's not that you don't want to eat. It's that eating has become difficult, uncomfortable, or even painful. One of the most overlooked reasons seniors begin to eat less lies right where the food enters, the mouth. As we age, oral health becomes more challenging. Tooth decay, gum disease, loose or missing teeth, poorly fitting dentures, these are all common, yet rarely talked about struggles. Imagine trying to enjoy a crisp apple, a piece of meat, or even a warm slice of bread, when every bite feels like a battle. When chewing becomes painful, or food gets stuck under dentures, mealtime stops feeling like a joy, and starts to feel like a burden. Even the simple act of swallowing can be affected. When the mouth is dry, either from aging or certain medications, it becomes harder to move food down comfortably. You may feel like you're choking more often, or avoiding certain foods altogether. But here's the problem. When food becomes harder to eat, people eat less. And when people eat less, the body slowly begins to suffer. There's a direct connection between poor oral health and unintentional weight loss in seniors. According to a study published in the Journal of Aging Research, older adults with significant dental problems are far more likely to become malnourished, even if they have access to healthy food. It's not just about the nutrition, it's about dignity, it's about comfort. It's about the simple human pleasure of eating a meal without pain or frustration. If you or someone you love is struggling with this, please know you're not alone, and you don't have to live this way. A visit to a caring dentist, even in later years, can make a world of difference. Adjustments to dentures, better fitting appliances, even soft food alternatives that don't sacrifice taste. There are solutions. Taking care of your mouth isn't vanity. It's vital, because when eating becomes easier again, appetite returns, enjoyment returns, and so does strength. Every bite matters, and so do you. If you've noticed your appetite fading, or if mealtime no longer feels like it used to, don't lose hope. There are ways to bring back the joy of eating and nourish not just your body, but your spirit. Let's talk about a few simple but powerful strategies that can make a real difference. First, make meals social again. Even one shared meal a day can change everything. Call a friend. Invite a neighbor. Join a senior center lunch. Even eating while chatting on the phone or video call can lift your mood and remind you that food is meant to be enjoyed together. We're human beings. We thrive on connection, and connection often brings our appetite back to life. Second, take care of your mouth. If chewing has become difficult, or if your dentures are causing pain, don't ignore it. Visit your dentist. A simple adjustment, or a better fitting set of dentures, can transform your meals from frustrating to comfortable again. Your mouth is the gateway to your health. Keep it cared for, and you'll be amazed at how your desire to eat can return. Third, review your medications. Some medications, while helpful for one part of the body, may be quietly suppressing your appetite or affecting how food tastes. Don't be afraid to speak up. Ask your doctor or pharmacist, could my medication be affecting my appetite? There may be safer alternatives or small changes that make a big difference. Fourth, eat what you love. Too often we focus on what's healthy and forget what's satisfying. Your favorite comfort foods, family recipes, even small indulgences, these can awaken the senses and make meals something to look forward to again. Try adding more herbs, spices, or flavor enhancers to your food. When your sense of taste changes, stronger flavors can make food more exciting. Fifth, make it easy. If cooking is too tiring, don't push yourself. Look for ready-made healthy options. Ask family members to help prep meals ahead of time. Even something as simple as pre-cut fruits, warm soup, or a protein shake can go a long way toward nourishing your body. And finally, listen to your body with love, not judgment. There's no perfect way to eat. Start small. Eat when you're hungry, even if it's not at a normal time. Have smaller meals more often. There's no rule book, just what feels good and keeps you going strong. You deserve to feel nourished. You deserve to enjoy your meals. And most importantly, you deserve to feel alive, well and connected to the world around you. Because food isn't just fuel, it's comfort, it's culture, it's care. And it's never too late to rekindle your appetite for food, for company, and for life. As we've learned today, appetite loss in seniors isn't just about food. It's a multifaceted issue that touches every part of our lives, our body, our mind, and our spirit. From changes in the digestive system and oral health, to medications that alter taste, and even the weight of loneliness or depression, the reasons behind a diminished appetite are complex. Yet they are all part of the journey we go through as we age. But here's the key takeaway: you are not alone, and you are not powerless. There are solutions, small adjustments, and changes we can make to support better eating habits, whether it's through social meals, taking care of our teeth, reviewing medications, or simply enjoying our favorite foods. The road to improved appetite is one of love. Love for yourself, your body, and your connections to others. Approach it holistically. Look at the physical, emotional, and social factors that contribute. Start small, be kind to yourself, and take one step at a time. And most importantly, remember, this isn't just about food. It's about living fully, about enjoying each day, each meal, and each moment that comes your way. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you or a loved one experienced appetite loss as you've aged? Share your stories, your tips, or any questions you have in the comments below. Together we can build a supportive community of wisdom, care, and hope. Because when we share, we heal.